Hi there, listeners. It's your host, Tao, and welcome to the Plant Planet Plate podcast. A lot has happened since we've last checked in. Books were written, articles were written, presentations were given, and war and conflict has broken out in lots of different parts, including Cambodia. One of the privileges we have as researchers and storytellers is being able to meet people from all across the world and share their story with others. Now, I'm pretty sure you'll recognize this next guest, our near and dear Sarin, our research partner and dear friend based in Samraong. When we were working on the PPP research field work, Sarin was our research partner, our translator, and one of the most hyperactively friendly pig farmers I have ever met in my entire life. Sarin is knowledgeable, he's adventurous, and like most people, he has many different passions and side projects. Today, we'll take a step back into time to the autumn of 2025 when Munize went to go visit him in Samraong at the restaurant that he and his wife had recently opened. It's important to note at the time of the recording of this podcast, the border conflict and war which broke out between northwestern Cambodia and Thai forces did not occur yet. Expectedly, the world was a very different place at that moment in time, but the enduring love for wild food plants is still something that Sarin takes pride in alongside his wife, and we have full confidence that even though people are still returning back to their homes, especially during the time of Khmer New Year, that wild food plants continue to have an impactful and significant role in the daily lives of people living in Cambodia. With that in mind, I turn over the mic and the podcast to Munize and Sarin.
Hi everyone, this is Munize from the Plant Planet Plate podcast. I'm here with Sarin, who is one of our team members, and unfortunately not with Tao because they are in Portland, but we are both really missing them a lot. So first, I want to describe a little bit where I am. So I am sitting in Sarin's restaurant that he recently opened, and we are doing this podcast to learn more about his restaurant. There will be some noise around, but that's because we are on the main road and lots of people are currently taking their rice harvest while processing. But anyway, this is a beautiful restaurant. He has named it after his wife, and it's entirely made from bamboo that he has grown, and it has lots of plants all around it and very traditional Khmer decorations. So before we dive into his restaurant, I would like him to do a short introduction about himself. So I'm going to pass it on to him now.
Hello, my name is Sarin. I live in Samraong town. So I am living here 25 years ago.
Great. So Sarin, as he just introduced himself, and what he has been doing for 25 years is working with the community on food growing projects and agriculture projects, which is why he was a perfect addition to our Plant Planet Plate project. He was one of our interviewers and fixers. He took us around to meet with a lot of community members to ask them about wild food plants and foraging plants. That is really why it brings me here now. I have known Sarin for more than 10 years, I think.
Yeah.
We have worked together on school vegetable gardens, and he was one of the main people to open the Green Shoots Agri-Tech Center with us. But of course, today I'm here to ask him more about his restaurant, so I'm going to dive right into it. So Sarin, when did you open the restaurant?
So I just opened it more than 1 month. Yes, and then 1 month.
That's not so long ago. So right now we are in November, so you opened it around October time. And I'm pretty sure you had thought about opening the restaurant for a long time. And I certainly know from when we worked together that you wanted to have a farm and have a food business. So how has your experience been so far?
So I have a lot of experience working with the community, as Malaysia mentioned. So I'm working with the NGO long time, 25 years ago with the community, with the agriculture project, and also with the architect. So it has a lot of experience with the community. So 25 years that I'm working with the community, with the agriculture project, and also with the architect center, and also with the Manise and town. With the last project is a planet
Plate.
plant project also. And now I'm also working with other project with government, Cambodia government, and also running with the mushroom farm, and also just open a small restaurant here.
And with the restaurant, do you think it is easy or is it a bit difficult? How have you found it so far?
So for a restaurant, I think a bit a bit difficult for me because I just open it, and before I don't have any experience to involve with business. And now I just talking with my wife and family to one kitchen for our family here, because we open a small restaurant that we can have food together, like my kid and also me after I'm leaving office and back from work, so I have food here together.
Okay, so that's really interesting. You're saying that it doesn't matter if the kitchen is at home or in the restaurant, we are all eating together. And so what if you're cooking a little bit for other people? But before we go into that, we didn't even discuss the name of your restaurant. So please tell us a little bit more about the name of your restaurant.
Yes, also my restaurant's name is my wife name. I put my wife name. My wife name is Malai, so I put Malai kitchen. Like kitchen mean that like the kitchen for my family also, because she at home also cooking, and so also she here also cooking for customer and also for family also.
Okay, nice. So I certainly remember your wife's cooking because sometimes she used to come to the Agri-Tech Center and make a few meals for us. And I definitely remember a salad that she made using sadao. It was the first time I ate neem leaves and neem flour with chicken. So it's really cool that she's now doing this over here. So let's dive into a little bit about running a restaurant. So to give listeners a little bit of background, so Samraong in Udaminche, it's a small town, and Sarin's restaurant is quite close to the town. I just cycled over from our Agri-Tech Center. It took me about 20 minutes. I stopped a little bit on the way to take some photos, but he's quite close to the town, and there are other restaurants as well over here. And what I notice is many restaurants, they cook one thing, so they are good at that. For example, they will make some bun chow, which is a pancake, or some specific things. And I guess here I'm going to ask Sarin a little bit more about the food that they cook and why they cook that. So firstly, tell me, where are you getting all your produce from for the restaurant?
Right now we have buying vegetable from the market, and also chicken, duck, and also some pork and beef from the market. But my idea is so that you don't have the choice to buy from the farmer right now, because now a lot of people here, they want to get like the staff vegetable or organic vegetable. We could be for them, but we don't have the tray that we can buy it. So next time we have plan to do like to work with the community or the farmer or my old farm. Also, we want to throw some organic vegetable or fresh vegetable and supply here in my restaurant here.
Okay, so nice. So right now, as you said, most of the produce, you are buying it from the market because really you feel like you don't have a choice. I think it looks like what you're thinking is to buy from farmers eventually, but right now you go to the local market. So there is one main market in Samraong where there's lots of produce, and I think people set it up really early in the morning. So maybe you can describe a little bit like your regular day. How do you begin your day? What are the first things that you do when you go to the market?
So in the day, so I get up early morning for helping my wife to cooking some rice and rice boiling. And my wife, she went to the market early morning at 5 or 5:30 to buy some vegetable and some fish, some chicken, and anything that we need to supply in our restaurant. As we need to get early morning to buy at the local market.
Okay, so 5:30 a.m., that is very early in the morning. And how do you choose which produce you are going to buy? So what are the things that you look for? Do you have specific sellers that you go to, or do you just see what is available?
So we see that what available that is there before in the early morning. A lot of people that they're selling vegetable or some fish or pork or chicken on the way at the market.
Okay. And then you basically go and decide which one looks good and fresh, and you buy that. Okay, so that's very interesting. 5:30 a.m. in the morning, you get up and you will go to the market and see what's available. And then you bring it over. So I don't see a menu. So do you change a little bit your menu based on what is available? So at the restaurant, I don't see a menu. So is that because you will change a little bit based on what vegetable is available?
Yeah, so right now we don't have a menu, we go just right. So we bought many things from the market, and then when the customer come, so they can order like we can describe for them like this. We have chicken, fish, and beef, and some vegetable, so they can order what food they want to eat. So they can order, and then my wife, she cook for them.
Okay, nice. So it's a little bit like this is the protein and this is the vegetable. So how do you want it? Do you want it fried? Do you want it with rice? Do you want it with noodles? Do you have noodles?
Right now we don't have noodle, only rice, boiling, and some food.
Okay, not bad. So it's a little bit like how a lot of people would describe, say, cuisine in the UK or something. It's protein and some vegetables, and however you would like to cook it. So I want to remind the listeners a little bit, like a few days ago, maybe last week, I came over to have a meal at the restaurant, and we had some fried fish and some mushrooms that were stir-fried, and with a little bit of garlic, which is such a great flavor, and we had it with rice. So that's really cool. So what about the mushrooms? Do you get the mushrooms from the market, or are you growing the mushrooms yourself?
Yeah, that's own farm. I have growing mushroom we call oyster mushrooms. So I can supply to the market and also can supply for my own restaurant. So in the early morning, so I harvest it and supply to the market around 10 kilogram, and we keep 1 or 2 kilogram for our restaurant.
Okay, nice. So I remember when you set up your mushroom farm for the first time. I think it was 2018, and it was the first time that I had seen a mushroom farm. And so do you feel now like you must be a little expert at growing mushrooms because you've been doing it for so long? So it's great now that you can also supply your restaurant. And so are you ever going to grow different types of mushrooms, or do you think you will stick to the oyster?
So I also experienced growing rice straw mushroom, but rice straw mushroom a bit hard. That's why we don't have enough time to take care of it. But oyster mushroom is easier than rice straw mushroom. So we produce, and then we can hire someone to uh, watering and harvesting for us, but for other kind like rice straw mushroom, a bit difficult.
Okay, yeah, I think with the rice straw mushrooms, firstly, they're much smaller in size. Maybe they take longer to grow, whereas the oyster mushrooms, I think when you cut, it grows back. So it's less labor intensive. Do you think that's correct?
Yes, for the rice straw mushroom, it's a bit hard, but the price is higher than oyster mushroom. But oyster mushroom, like we easier than rice straw mushroom, because that's why maybe we less time to take care it.
Okay. And when you grow the oyster mushroom, what do you fill in the sack?
What?
You know, when you make the sack, what do you put inside?
So for the rice straw mushroom, so we need to buy rubber dust from other province, and then we use the local ingredient like cow manure and also rice bran, and we make together and we put in the pack,
Yeah.
plastic bag, and then we keep it around 30 days, and then we can harvest.
Okay. And for oyster mushrooms, is it the same?
Yeah.
Okay, it is the same. You fill the same thing for oyster mushrooms as well as rice straw.
Rice straw is different.
Ah,
It's
okay.
different. Rice straw, so we need rice straw a bit hard. Like we need to cut rice straw from the field, and then we put in water around 5 to 7 days, and then we put in the horn, and we put plastic, and then to steam it. Steam it, and then keep it around 15 days. It will grow up, but a bit hard to take care. If we don't have enough time to take care it, it will die. It will
Yeah.
finish.
Okay. Okay, so the spores are more tricky when it's a rice straw mushroom. So one of the things that I remember from doing our Planet Plate project was people talking a lot about mushrooms, pisset, which in Khmer we call it pisset. And when we talked to them, they spoke about many different kinds of mushrooms because they were foraging them. So they were going in the forest and they were looking. And those mushrooms can be a bit tricky because we don't know if they are poisonous or safe to eat. With things like rice straw and oyster mushrooms, there is no worry about the poison, right?
No. For the wild mushroom, so we had to like so some mushroom we don't know it clearly. Some mushroom is the poison mushroom. So and also for the wild mushroom, it grow on the rainy season. But for the oyster mushroom that I growing, so it can grow all the season, dry season and also rainy season. So we can collect for the year if we spray it and also if we take care of it, it will provide us with the whole year of the mushroom.
Yeah, that's true. So when you are running a business, one of the main things is that you need to have constant supply of produce, the same produce that you can have for your customers all year round, which is why I think it is harder to have wild food plants or mushrooms in a restaurant. Is that something you have thought about? Would you ever include wild food plants in your menu, and how do you think about that?
So for my idea, I will add some kind of wild food wild vegetable in the menu, but some kind of it, so it will growing by season. It's not a whole year like the neem. So we will collect it maybe next month. We can collect the flower of neem and put here. We can do with the Khmer food like the krương or brohok, and we can use the neem or some leaf from the wild also. I think most of people they like the wild food also, but now some wild food we cannot find it, so it will growing by the season.
Yeah, that's right. I think in a way that's what makes the wild food plants extra special because there's a season for it, so you eat them when they're available and it makes them more special. And so I really liked hearing that you would include some wild food plants, and some of them can be quite basic, like neem, which goes well as a dip, as something to have a dip, like tukrung or prahok, and you can have other kind of unlut food, and it's sort of very typical in Khmer cuisine. And so if you include wild food plants, would you go and pick yourself or would you buy it in the market?
We can buy from the farmer.
Wait. Go.
So we can buy from the farmer who are living at the countryside. They can collect and supply for us. And also I can collect by myself, like close to my farm also, like some wild food is close to my farm, like neem or some kind. It's very close to my farm, and we collect by myself, and also buy from the farmer also.
Okay, yeah, so that's great that, some of it is growing just near your farm. So and then some of it is also available in the market. Yesterday I was driving around Samraong market and I saw lots of different types of flour, like sweet potato flour. I never saw that before. They also had bamboo shoots that they were selling. So I think it's becoming more popular. Would you agree?
Yes. Also, right now, most of people, they thinking about their health. So a lot of people here, they talk to me. They want to buy some like coconut or fresh vegetable and also wild vegetable. Also, you mentioned like the bamboo. And also in my farm, I growing a lot of bamboo and also has a bamboo shot. And also some vegetable like chili or some leaves that we can eat without organic, no chemical. Sorry.
Well, yes. I remember you saying about the bamboo because so I remember you mentioning the bamboo because a lot of the bamboo here at your restaurant is from your farm. So yes, I do remember you mentioning that you had bamboo at your farm because all the bamboo here at your restaurant to build the restaurant is coming from your farm. So we are kind of closing in on the interview, some last few questions remaining, but one of the things that I would like to mention is in advance, and apologies for the sound, we are close to the main road, which is great for Sarin's restaurant because there's a lot of traffic. But right now it seems as it is the rice harvest season, there are lots of trucks going up and down this road to take rice from the farmers and take it to other parts of Cambodia. So we were just talking a little bit about wild food plants and how you would want to change your menu and where you would go to forage or how you would buy it. So generally you're saying that now also in the market there are wild food plants available. And the other thing that you mentioned was that people want more organic and safe vegetables to eat. And you might want to also start selling vegetables from your restaurant. Is that something you have thought about? Maybe have a shop here as well?
Yes, I had an idea and also how I had planned in the future or maybe later. I want to start to sell some vegetable here with safe vegetable, organic vegetable, and also with the wild vegetable here. And I'm trying to we want to sell in here and also packet and delivery for someone that they want to get organic or safe or wild vegetable. They can call to me, order to me, and then pack it, and then we'll deliver to their house.
Wow, so I think that is a that is a big innovation because right now I don't see many restaurants here doing a home delivery. And you are saying that from your restaurant, you will have a shop for this food delivery. And also for food, you're already doing some food deliveries. So how do you think about people in the province? Do you think more people are preferring organic vegetables? Are they, what do you think is their main concern?
Yes, it's true because right now a lot of people they want to get safe vegetable or organic vegetable because they thinking about their health. That's why so if they buying vegetable from the market, so they not sure safe or not because that's why a lot of the vegetable here is important from outside, especially from Vietnamese. So I don't know how they use the chemical, and also the most of people they thinking if they eat so they will affect with the chemical, but they don't have the choice to buy it. If it has one place that they can quarantine or we can quarantine and we can sow them, and we have one farmer or two farmer they can supply with the organic or vegetable. I think they are both prefer and they want to buy from our shop, our place.
Okay, so what I'm really seeing is your work in the community as an agriculture trainer and then being a farmer and now being a restaurant entrepreneur. You are bringing all the experiences together to sort of see, okay, what is the gap? And the gap is now people want safe organic vegetables, but there is no market for it yet. So I really hope that you and maybe us with Green Shoots can make it happen together. Okay, so yes, as I was saying, you have worked as a farmer now, an agriculture trainer, and also now you're a restaurant entrepreneur. So you're really looking for the gap in the market, and one of them is that people want better food, cleaner food, no chemicals. But what about the changing taste for food? Do you think people like to try new vegetables or different types of food, or they want to stick to what they know?
For people here.
Yeah.
So right now, so I know I talk with many people, so they want like the same vegetable that they can grow here, but with the organic or safe. And that's why today I already talked with Green Shoot Foundation. So I want to open here and maybe we drive first. That's why I experienced to work with a lot of experience working with the community, with the farmer. But before we don't have like any market for selling the vegetables, the safe vegetable from them. Now I am trying to sell here, and I want to work with the community, with the farmer who are interested to growing for supply for us, and then we trying to selling here and supply to the people who are living in Samraong town first.
Okay, great. So one of the last question now, hopefully the easiest question. So tell us, our listeners, what is your favorite vegetable and wild food plant? Wait. We let it go. Oh, it's so loud. Yeah, okay.
For me,
Yeah.
so I don't like any vegetable from outside, like kapek or some vegetable from outside, like Vietnamese or other country like Thailand. I like the vegetable can grow in this area, like the morning glory or some herb or some pak choy or they can growing here. And also with the wild vegetable, I like the neem and also now a lot also wild vegetable that I like because I like the krương and also brohok. When I have the krương and brohok, I always get it from the forest and and eat it with the krương or brohok here.
Okay, so definitely not the poisonous fruit that we ate in the monk forest. You don't like that. So some of our listeners might remember Tao and I shared a story where we went to the monk forest and so as I was saying, some of our listeners may remember that Tao and I shared a story where we ate a fruit, trying different fruit in the monk forest, and then one of them was poisonous, and that was Sarin's story. So thank you so much for your time. And is there some last thing that you would like to say, Sarin, please?
So thank you, Minise, that always visiting me. Also, Tao always take to me, and also my team from architect also Nương and Luan always call to me and ask me, and also who has know me here. And I think next time we can work together again, like Green Shoot of Land of Planet can support me some idea or technique on how to running business or do something in my farm, because now I has like some experience on growing mushroom and some vegetable there, but it's not enough. And then next time I think it's better than this.
Great. Thank you for your time, Sarin. And I think we will maybe have some lunch now. Okay. Bye-bye.
Hey there, listeners. It's Tao again. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of the Plant Planet Plate podcast. We would like to thank Sarin for welcoming himself back onto our podcast, and we would like to take the time to dedicate this particular episode to the late Dr. Dauro Mattiazocchi, my dear friend and colleague who recently passed. He was a brilliant, vibrant, and adventurous food heritage researcher, anthropologist, economist, whatever fun title, gastronome. And he did a lot of research into heritage foods and traditional foods of Kenya as well as Peru. So if you're really interested in learning more about those magnificent foods, I would greatly encourage you to look up his articles, read his latest book, especially if you speak Italian. Thank you so much.